Cardiovascular diseases, CVDs, are the leading cause of death globally, responsible for 18.6 million deaths annually, accounting for 31% of total global deaths and 44% of deaths from non-communicable diseases. In contrast, before 1900, less than 10% of deaths were caused by CVDs. This rate has now surged past 30%. Mortality rates from CVDs are rising rapidly in low and middle-income countries. Besides high death and disability rates, the financial burden of treating CVDs reaches hundreds of billions of USD each year. Non-communicable diseases such as CVDs, diabetes, and cancer are increasing, even as infectious diseases decline. CVDs are now the leading cause of death and illness, while conditions like rheumatic and valvular heart diseases are decreasing. Hypertension, atherosclerosis, heart attacks, and strokes are on the rise. Hypertension affects 1 in 4 adults, with many cases occurring among younger, working-age individuals. It is a significant risk factor for complications like strokes and other CVDs. Alarmingly, 50% of those with hypertension are unaware of their condition, and only 30% of those diagnosed achieve effective blood pressure control. Unhealthy habits, including smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, poor diet, high fat, fast food, and lack of physical activity, contribute to obesity, hypertension, dyslipidemia, diabetes, and eventually heart diseases. Modern lifestyle stress and prolonged work pressures also increase the risk of heart attacks, especially in younger populations. Changes in the environment and lifestyle due to urbanization and globalization lead to unhealthy behaviors, such as smoking, excessive alcohol intake, poor nutrition, and reduced physical activity. According to the World Health Organization, 80% of early-stage CVDs, strokes, and type 2 diabetes, along with over 40% of cancers, are preventable with proper diet, regular physical activity, and avoiding tobacco use. Key measures include avoiding harmful habits, e.g., smoking, heavy drinking, adopting a balanced diet, and regular exercise. Eating habits and cardiovascular risk. Dietary habits can significantly impact the risk of death from cardiovascular diseases. An unhealthy and nutrient-deficient diet contributes to higher mortality rates from heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. So what foods should we limit, and what should we include in our diets? The relationship between diet and mortality rates. Cardiovascular disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes are the top 3 causes of death worldwide. Few people realize that the risk of death from these conditions can be substantially reduced by improving their dietary habits. Researchers have identified unhealthy eating as a key factor contributing to higher mortality rates. Numerous studies have examined and established the link between diet and global mortality, with the following findings. More than 2/3 of global cardiovascular deaths are associated with dietary choices. It is estimated that 6 million deaths worldwide could be prevented annually by adopting a healthy, nutrient-rich diet. Diet is one of the leading factors in reducing mortality rates. Adopting a healthy lifestyle can lower the risk of stroke by up to 80%. Every day, many deaths occur due to heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes, with poor nutrition and unhealthy eating habits contributing to nearly 50% of these deaths. Unhealthy diets contribute to over 50% of cardiovascular deaths. Experts highlight that annual research consistently underscores the impact of food choices on overall health, particularly cardiovascular health. In a certain sense, food can be considered a form of medicine. Proper nutrition can improve health and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. Conversely, unhealthy and nutrient-deficient diets increase the risk of death from cardiovascular diseases and other conditions. A stroke can happen when a blood clot obstructs a blood vessel, ischemic stroke, or when there is bleeding in the brain, hemorrhagic stroke. Both types are classified as cardiovascular diseases. Since diet significantly impacts heart health, the way we live and eat plays a crucial role in determining how common these conditions are. Identifying foods that contribute to such issues is essential for taking preventive measures. Interestingly, there are still widespread misunderstandings about certain foods. For instance, saturated fats have often been blamed for negatively affecting heart health because they are linked to higher levels of LDL cholesterol, known as bad cholesterol. This view has persisted for decades, but newer research reveals that not all saturated fats are detrimental. In fact, those who consume good quality saturated fats tend to live longer and are less likely to develop heart disease. On the other hand, industrial trans fats, commonly found in margarine and processed foods, are particularly harmful. These fats come from partially hydrogenated vegetable oils, which undergo a chemical process to become solid at room temperature. While this increases shelf life, it does so at the expense of heart health. To reduce the risk of heart problems, it's vital to limit the consumption of specific foods like red and processed meats, refined carbohydrates, and sugary treats. Instead, prioritize nutrient-rich options such as whole grains, fresh vegetables, and healthy fats. Making smart dietary choices can help lower the risk of heart disease and improve overall health. Be cautious of misinformation. When searching online, you may often find outdated or inaccurate details. Always rely on trusted, up-to-date sources to make informed decisions about your diet and health. The dangers of refined and unhealthy foods are vast, causing significant and toxic health issues. However, the problem isn't limited to pastries and biscuits alone. It also involves sugar, preservatives, modern wheat, and other processed grains and starches. We need to explore this list further to gain a clearer understanding. Too often, these different food categories are lumped together without a true grasp of their connection to heart disease. It's essential to pinpoint the real causes of heart disease once and for all, and take steps to address them properly. Cardiovascular issues may arise from lifestyle habits or preferences that we may not recognize, such as a sedentary lifestyle, psychological stress, smoking, being overweight or obese, dyslipidemia, or hypertension. These factors contribute to the development of cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular disease often begins with damage to the lining and inner layers of the coronary arteries. Plaque can start accumulating on damaged arteries. The buildup of plaque in the coronary arteries can begin as early as childhood. Over time, plaques can harden or rupture. Hardened plaque narrows the coronary arteries and reduces the flow of oxygen-rich blood to the heart. This can cause chest pain or discomfort, known as angina. If a plaque ruptures, fragments of blood cells, called platelets, stick together and form a blood clot. Blood clots can narrow the coronary arteries further and cause angina. If a blood clot becomes large enough, it can completely block a coronary artery, leading to a heart attack. Associate Professor Regina Drews, from the Department of Cardiology at Hofstra University and Chief of Cardiology at St. John Episcopal Hospital in New York City, USA, believes the relationship between saturated fats and heart disease is not entirely clear. However, in general, saturated fats from animal sources, especially when combined with carbohydrates, negatively impact heart health. Therefore, it is advisable to avoid fast food restaurants, which often use low-quality ingredients and unhealthy cooking methods. Red meat, harmful to heart health. Red meat derived from mammals such as beef, pork, lamb, and goat is detrimental to heart health due to its high content of saturated fat. Found abundantly in red meat, it increases LDL, or bad, cholesterol levels in the blood, triggering inflammation, plaque formation in arteries, and reduced blood flow to the heart. These issues can lead to coronary artery disease, chest pain, heart attacks, or strokes if not addressed promptly. Trimethylamine N oxide, TMAO. Recent research indicates that gut bacteria can metabolize nutrients in red meat to produce TMAO, a compound that disrupts arterial and smooth muscle function, hardening arteries and increasing heart disease risk. Studies show that consuming more than 100 grams of red meat daily raises the risk of heart disease by 11.7%, cardiovascular stroke by 32%, and diabetes, a key contributor to heart disease, by 27%. According to the American Heart Association, limit red meat intake to 350 grams per week, or no more than 70 grams per serving to minimize future heart disease risks. 2. Sugary beverages. Consuming over one serving, 236 milliliters of sugary beverages daily increases the risk of heart disease by 19%, stroke by 21%, and arterial bypass surgery by 26%. This is due to their high sugar content, particularly fructose and glucose. Fructose promotes the accumulation of LDL cholesterol, contributing to arterial plaque buildup and coronary artery disease. Glucose increases blood pressure, exacerbates atherosclerosis, and may lead to heart failure. Sugary beverages drive the progression of coronary artery disease and should be consumed sparingly. 3. Grilled food. Although flavorful, grilled food poses risks to heart health. High-heat cooking, especially over open flames, produces harmful compounds. Heterocyclic amines, HCAs, formed when amino acids, sugars, or creatine in meat react to high heat. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, created when fats and juices drip onto hot surfaces, producing smoke that deposits PAHs on the food. These compounds can cause DNA mutations, increase cancer risks, and exacerbate heart diseases. Opt for steaming, boiling, or stewing methods to protect heart health. 4. Processed meat. Processed meats, e.g. bacon, sausages, canned meats, significantly raise heart failure and stroke risks by 36% when consumed in excess, over 100 grams daily. Salt. Excessive salt consumption raises blood pressure, a leading driver of heart diseases, strokes, and ischemic heart conditions globally. Preservatives. Some processed meats contain nitrates, which can form harmful nitrosamines when exposed to high heat, causing oxidative stress and damaging heart health. 5. Refined carbohydrates. Refined carbs, such as white rice, bread, or sugary snacks, lack fiber and are harmful to heart health. Atherosclerosis risk causes rapid blood sugar spikes, increasing triglycerides and promoting arterial plaque. Diabetes risk. Frequent insulin spikes from refined carbs can lead to insulin resistance, a precursor to diabetes, a condition that doubles to quadruples heart disease mortality risk. 6. Pizza. Pizza, particularly meat-topped varieties, is loaded with saturated fats from cheese and processed meats and refined carbs in the crust, making it harmful to heart health. These components raise cholesterol levels, promote inflammation, and accelerate coronary artery disease. 7. Alcohol. Excessive alcohol consumption, over 14 to 28 grams daily, can lead to an enlarged heart over time. This weakens heart muscle function, reducing its efficiency in pumping blood, and raises the risk of heart failure. Rate. Fried food studies have linked the consumption of fried foods, such as French fries, fried chicken, and fried snacks, to an increased risk of heart disease. Conventional frying methods produce trans fats, which raise bad cholesterol and lower good cholesterol. However, small amounts of healthy fats, such as olive or coconut oil used in stir-fried dishes like sautéed vegetables at home, are less harmful to heart health. Number 9. Canned foods. Canned foods often contain high sodium levels, which cause fluid retention, increase blood pressure, and strain the heart over time, leading to heart failure. 10. Industrial sources. Similar to canned foods, industrial sources are also rich in monosodium glutamate, MSG. High levels of MSG, especially in processed sources, can increase oxidative stress, promote atherosclerosis, and accelerate the progression of coronary artery disease. Additionally, scientists have found that some industrial sources containing vinegar often include sodium sulfite, a food preservative that may pose risks to heart health. In summary, industrial sources are not heart-healthy foods. Common examples of industrial sources that are harmful to heart health include ketchup, barbecue sauce, mayonnaise, and teriyaki sauce. Harmful habits for heart health. Unhealthy lifestyle habits can increase the risk of developing cardiovascular diseases. Here are some harmful habits that need to be changed to protect optimal heart health. Lack of physical activity. A sedentary lifestyle contributes to overweight, obesity, and increases the risk of hypertension and heart problems. Overeating. Overeating puts stress on the stomach and may trigger heart attacks or other cardiovascular issues. Improper oral hygiene. Incorrect dental care can create conditions for infections in the mouth and body, significantly increasing the risk of heart disease. Chronic stress. Prolonged stress can cause the body to produce cortisol, leading to high blood pressure and elevated blood sugar, which severely affect heart health. Smoking. Both active and passive smoking can damage blood vessels, initiate inflammatory responses, and increase the risk of heart diseases. Skipping regular health checkups. Regular checkups, at least every 6 months, help protect overall health and cardiovascular health by detecting early signs of heart disease and enabling timely intervention. How to care for and protect your heart health. To protect heart health, everyone should get regular health checkups twice a year to screen for and address potential cardiovascular risk factors early. Include heart-healthy foods in your diet, such as leafy greens, whole grains, olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish. Limit intake of foods high in fat. Maintain a healthy weight. Exercise regularly with activities such as swimming, badminton, running, and yoga. Improve sleep quality by avoiding late nights and not consuming stimulating foods in the evening. Learn stress management techniques and maintain a positive, relaxed mindset. Avoid excessive alcohol, smoking, and other harmful habits. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos like this one. Thanks for watching.